Okay. Hello, welcome back to Infinite Roleplay, Wicked Pearls Mansion, Part-3. Last we left our players, I'm gonna sneeze. Last we left our characters, we had Brother Alman and Pyros running deeper into the Witherpine Wood after a spider attack. They were running after John and Timmy, their human and half-ogre accompaniment, as it would seem that John got taken captive by some spiders, and Timmy, the half-ogre, was trying to retrieve his friend. Derek, the, let's say, talkative member of the party, was left to guard over Constable Harrison's person. What has happened to them, we don't currently know. So, running deeper and deeper into the forest, having just fought off yet another giant spider, Brother Alman and Pyros. Pyros having this smoldering hand, black smoke billowing forth from his hand. He's holding a ball of flame in it, and even his hand itself is glowing red hot. Gentlemen, what do you do?
So Brother Alman's still pretty well banged up, and we were chasing after them still, weren't we? So I think we're still doing that. Yeah.
If I recall correctly, did we not call off the chase? Didn't we say, okay, well, we're going to stop chasing him at this stage because we're not catching him. He's gone. And we were calling out to Timmy to try to stop him as well, but I don't think he was listening.
Well, you guys paused because you guys got attacked. Alman was being drug up into the canopy.
And so he's pretty much so I think he's getting up, still bleeding out a little bit, and I'm okay with turning back around. I mean, running into the woods, it's somewhat obviously leaning towards a suicide mission right now. If he's calling back, that's a different story. If he's calling for help, we can still hear him.
Well, you guys can hear definitely the screams of agony and pain coming from Johnny, and your half ogre, let's call him a compatriot, is screaming for his friend. I'll coming to get you. What are you waiting for and whatnot, as they're running slightly deeper. If you guys continue to wait, of course.
That's pretty rough. I'd be somewhat compelled to want to go help unless Pyros was stopping.
Fine, we'll help.
Maybe we'll find somebody in the woods.
Let's go.
All right, so Brother Alman starts shuffling down with his massive weight through the woods, probably getting scratched up because he has no dexterity.
You're gonna be okay. Slap a Band-Aid on that shit. Let's go.
Already just completely out of breath.
As you two go, even further into the Witherpine, you notice that the midday's sun is being further and further obscured. Its rays of light having more difficulty shining through the canopy and the webs surrounding you. You're chasing after your allies. The screams still echoing through the forest. The forest looking more and more like a carved out cave as these webs envelop the trees and the canopy above. As you guys are running deeper and deeper, which one of you would be taking point?
That's up to Pyros, because Brother Alman, he'd be going forward, but he's not fit enough to really be outrunning Pyros. So
Pyrrhus should probably push on ahead, realizing that Brother Almond is definitely not in the best of shape. So I'll take point.
Is Piro still having that ball of smoking fire in his hand?
Yeah, I mean, I get 3 uses out of that, right? So
Yeah, you only used it once.
As he's going, I would like to try to bless him. Actually, no, does he? He has a bless on him still, right? Because that's how I got the -1.
Yes, you cast bless, but that lasts for a combat,
Okay.
and that combat has been over.
So can I do it preemptively?
Yeah, I guess.
and if I recall correctly, the two tags I'd put on the burning brand, which I was holding like a fireball in my hand, were thrown and removed dangerous, didn't they?
No, you only had one when you made your roll.
Okay, so I just put thrown on it.
So you put thrown, but it's dangerous.
Okay, so it is still dangerous. Okay, I couldn't remember. Good.
That's why it has that black smoke with the small little embers of flame rising out of it.
Perfect. Sounds great. I'm ready to start a forest fire.
Yeah, it's pretty specific for battle, so I don't think I can do it now.
Okay. But Brother Alman, as you're running behind Pyros, pardon me, would you defy danger using your Constitution?
So I have a 9.
9 total?
Yep, that's with my -1 and my.
Beautiful. So you're running behind Pyros, and you're coughing up as the black smoke is as you're running into the trail of black smoke coming from Pyros' hand. This coughing causes you not to see this, but Pyros, you do see off to the side as the webbing and the canopy are beginning to envelop the trees. You see a body motionless on the trees.
Ooh, can I get a closer look?
Sure.
I mean, I don't know how high up it is or anything. Do I need to light the scene?
No, you walk up to it,
Okay.
and it's a bit
That's our
dark.
boy.
It's a bit dark, but yes, it indeed is your boy Aurelian.
Oh.
His armor is corroded and smoked out. It's melted to bits. Parts of his clothes are like burned off. Some are even melted onto his skin, infused with his skin. He looks like he's been through hell, and his weapon has been through hell as well. But it looks like he was more exhausted, and that's why he fell here rather than falling to any one of the spiders. But there is the sound of agony and pain in the distance, and Timmy screaming for his friend and help.
Well, I look at him and I understand that the flames, they forge and temper and strengthen us. So although he looks a bit banged up, I know that he'll be a better man for it in the long run. So I need to see about getting him out of that webbing. He's caught up in the webbing, yeah?
No. He's more leaning on it.
He's not?
Collapsed.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got webbing on him, but it's not burning away at him.
Well, go up and slap him gently in the face. Try to wake him up.
So describe this combat dream, this nightmare as you get awoken from it, Aurelian.
Okay, so he is still twitching in this unconscious state. In his mind, he's still running from a group of spiders and chasing another group of spiders. He's been out here for a while, and he's been being savagely attacking other spiders. So he's in the middle of a crazed combat, like fevered dream, as he gets slapped and wakes up with a fist just flying out directly into a tree or whatever is near him.
As a matter of fact, Pyros, the fist is flying out right towards you.
Right. Okay.
So what does Pyros do?
Sorry, I'm just trying to look. See, is there a maneuver for dodging or blocking an attack or anything? Or
Defy danger.
Defy danger. Depending
Defy
on whether or
danger.
not you block it, or you try to jump out of the way, or you just try to man up and absorb the hit, that would dictate what stat is applied to your roll.
Well, I've got this burning ball of fire in my hand. What if I just tried to catch the blow with my hand with the fire in it? Kind of like martial arts style, Mr. Miyagi, paint the fence block, stroke up,
All right,
the
so
hand.
let's see. Yeah, I still think
Maybe a
that's kind of dexterity based.
That's fine. I got a +1 in dex. I can live with that. Here we go. That's 8 on the dice plus 1, 9.
So a 9. So you managed to block this punch. Your little fireball in your hand, because that was the hand you were using, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it sort of crackles and almost explodes a bit in your hand. Roll your fire damage.
Okay. Oh yeah, I need to die for that.
And whatever roll it is, just Aurelian, take half of what that roll is in damage.
I rolled a 5, so half of that. Do you round up or down?
Round down.
2.
So I take 1.
You don't have any armor, remember?
I have a trait that is
Oh, okay.
Ironhide. I always have armor 1.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Damn, that's nice.
See, I told you, man. It tempers you, makes you strong.
Yeah, I actually am imagining it as the ridiculous amount of scarring that he's gained from the acid from spiders he's killed. His actual skin.
It's all that scar tissue.
Yeah.
So you're awakened from this dream. You went to strike out at an ally of yours, the one who commands flame, and being the one who commands flame, as he blocked your fist, a small explosion of fire and smoke blew up towards your face, and that's why you took some damage, some burning, some coughing. You burned your throat a bit as you inhaled some of this. But you have been reunited, and it feels so good.
Just looking around. Well, that's not a very pleasant way to wake up.
And as you say, that's not a very pleasant way to wake up. Oh, no! Still, in the distance, slowly growing quieter, is the screaming, the pain, and the agony of this poor man.
Okay.
Are you okay? You look well.
Yeah, just taking just a few seconds to regain myself, and then hearing this yelling, be like, I'm doing better than he is, let's get moving.
After
I'm immediately trying to get back up and in.
Yeah. You actually found in these few days that have been passed, you've managed to fight these creatures back to their home, which is an old, ruined mansion. Whatever floors it had beyond the first have collapsed, and even some of the stones on the base have collapsed.
Okay.
The entire mansion is covered in various webs, but it was a bit too much to get too close, since that is apparently their nest. You couldn't do it alone,
Okay.
and you succumbed to exhaustion trying to find your way back out to retrieve your compatriots.
And is that the direction?
Yeah, that's the general direction of where you're hearing the screaming from.
Okay, so I'm going to retrieve my weapon from the ground and say, let's go, I think I know where this is, and just launch into the story of how, as I was out here combating these creatures, I happened to stumble upon what I believe was their nest. I think I know where they're going.
Okay. After you, lead the way.
I
No.
think Dionysus might want that burned.
I think everybody wants that burned. Damn spiders.
I think I might be able to accommodate that.
As we're walking, I would like to, just any kind of large tree limb, like any branches that are hanging up, just kind of full body weight jump up and yank one down. Because last time I've been hitting these spiders with my sword or with my halberd, and it's messing my weapon up. I want to use a big stick. And I do as a fighter have an ability called bend bars, lift gates. So I have options for breaking things.
So you indeed you bend the stick and break the bars apparently, but yes, again you're hearing the screams trail off into the distance. The screams of agony and pain die out, and all that's left that you can hear is Timmy's screams, the large lungs of the half ogre calling out to his friend, calling out to help, able to carry his voice through the distance.
I'm gonna start running.
Okay.
In that direction.
Right. After he grabs this huge tree, this like branch off the ground, Brother Alma's gonna like grab like a dead piece of wood off like a little like a arm length twig and kind of like shuffle after him.
Oh, by the way, Aurelian, though your armor is effectively destroyed, mirror links hanging off here and there, some sort of fused with burned flesh, your clothes are burnt up in several areas. You happen to be the only one wearing any sort of gear. Brother Alman is actually covered in nothing more than some ripped up sheets.
Huh.
I was naked.
It's true. It was horrible.
I never asked. I just assumed this. I also had a shield. Do I not have that anymore?
Yes, you have the
Okay.
shield.
I do have the shield?
Your armor was ruined, though.
Okay. I will give my shield to Brother Alman.
Fantastic, thank you. So
It's-
+1?
Yeah, it's +1. Weight 1. Or weight 2.
Wait 2. I don't have shield now. Okay, fantastic, thank you.
Yeah. And I'm still running. I'm gonna take off running after I see him try to find any kind of self-defense. Look over and see our friendly neighborhood firebender. I'm like, he's fine. Let me help this guy.
So
Yeah, I'm fine.
You go running after these voices in the direction where the nest to be. And as you grow closer, the last thing that you hear, carried aloft by these large half-ogre lungs, is, "Derek, where are you?" And then it grows silent. After pushing your way a little deeper, the forest gives way to what was once a large, glorious mansion. From the ground up, that you see it's crafted from stone. In several places, the stone is fallen to bits. There is an old, rotted out double door towards the center in the front, and there's still some remnants of wood that would have made like a second floor. But it's mere remnants. The day has gone by, but you still have the light of day. The sun isn't quite setting, but it's moving to late afternoon, going towards the evening. So the shadows are a little bit deeper and darker, being cast into this clearing, and you see a half ogre on the floor, wrestling with a few of these spiders that are on top of him, and he's just punching them and grabbing them and snapping, legs off.
Oh, well, he looks like he's got this, so...
I'm
Now I've got one more use. I suppose that my block took a use of this burning thing, by the way, earlier, yeah?
No.
No? Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then.
That was done purely for narrative purpose.
If there is a spider that's not directly on top of him right at this moment that I can hurl the fireball at, I will do so.
There's two spiders directly on top of him. He's on the floor. He's like on his back, wrestling them as they're trying to go down on him, and then just they're drilling at him, they're nipping at him, they're biting a few bits of flesh off while he's
oh hell, he's a half
wrestling.
ogre.
Yep, he's snapped off a leg or two. He's using those
He's
legs
tough.
or two to stab at them. He's he's in it.
He's tough. He can probably take a little singe. I'll hurl a fireball.
All right.
And whichever spider is like really right on top of him the most right now.
All right.
So what is that? That's gonna be a dex roll again, isn't it?
Yes. No. I think for you you use your intelligence for that.
You're right. I do. Thanks for reminding me. I do. Correct. Okay. That's a 10 plus 2, so 12.
Ooh, that's an amazing roll.
Nice.
That's a really good roll, yeah. So, I rolled D8 damage, and I rolled a 7.
All right. So you deal 7 damage. The spider, reels up as a piece of its chitin was burned. There's a small little explosion of fire and smoke and embers. But there's still another spider directly on top of him, pressing down on him, trying to nip away at his face. Does anybody else do anything?
Oh, I have this big stick that I really want to use as a golf club right now.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I was running here, so I'm continuing with that momentum and just batter up.
Are you attacking the same spider that was singed, or the spider that's directly on top of this half ogre?
Probably the one that's directly on top of him.
Okay.
Here's hoping. And that's strength, so total 7.
Total of 7?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you succeed at a cost. Basically, what you do is you go to swing at it, but your natural instincts to swing from up downward kick in, and you smash the spider into Timmy, and some of its mandibles find purchase just below his neck.
Yeah.
And he lets out a as he gets bit by this thing.
All right, can I get to him? Movement?
You can. Let me just find out what damage is done to this spider.
Ooh, do you add strength to this?
No.
Okay, so 8.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. Remember, there's no real initiative. There's no worry about distances. It's all about the narrative flow of things. So if you want to run up, feel free.
All right, he's going up, and he's gonna, because the spider's got whacked, so he's trying to just go lay some hands onto this person he's taking some wounds, right? He's saying, man.
Yeah, the half ogre. He's still fighting these spiders there too, though.
All right. Okay, so he probably should go. So I'm gonna attack one. I'm gonna try to just like bash it in with the shield,
Okay.
like kind of cowering behind it, but just running forward. And I got. Is that plus strength?
Yes.
7.
7. So you can roll your damage and let me know what. Which one are you attacking? The one that got smashed a little bit further down on him, or the one that was?
Probably trying to get it off of him. The one that was smashed down on him. So just kind of like go forward with the shield, and I got a 1.
You got a 1?
Yep.
Golly, this thing.
Well, I do have +1 strength, so if that's 2 damage, that'd be great.
Nah, your strength is
Alright.
not applied to damage. It's only applied to the roll. See if you hit.
Yeah.
And you only got a 7 on your roll, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
If you roll like a 10 or more, you're usually given the option to attack recklessly, so that you can
Yep.
roll an additional d6 of damage. So this thing, its legs shake and partially give way, but it manages to lift itself up and it scurries off of Timmy. Timmy's blood still dripping from its mandibles. The one that was knocked up and singed. We'll say that that as it runs away, it spits some webbing at Fudge. Brother Allman is always getting webbed. It spits some webbing from its thorax in a fan at Brother Allman.
It's our Brother Almond's a veteran at this.
Yeah. So the negative is that it's attacking you, basically.
All right. So I'm gonna roll defend.
All right.
Danger. So and that would be Dex, maybe.
How are you
what do
defying
think?
danger?
Let's
If
see.
you're trying
So it's
to
kind of.
duck out the way, then yeah, it's definitely Dex.
I'd like to do strength, I guess. So if I do strength, well, it doesn't matter. I have a 6 if I use strength. I have a 4 if I use Dex.
Okay, so take a point of experience, and Brother Almond, you're webbed. Roll a d6, and that's how much acidic damage you take.
4.
You take.
So I'm
Yes.
negative 13.
So you take some damage. Your hands, it finds some webbing webs across your hands and your arms as it splays outward. Some hit Timmy, and the rest are they fall short of Aurelian, as Brother Gollum got a little more up close and personal by barreling into the spider with the shield, and the spider just runs. It doesn't pull anyone in. It runs, and they both run towards the mansion, and you see them climbing up the walls of the mansion.
Well, can I throw another fireball at them?
Why, yes, you can.
Why? Because I have one left. So here we go, motherfuckers. That's an 8.
All right, so you can roll your damage.
Okay. 8.
Oh, all right. So you can describe which one of the two you kill.
I get the one at the back, which was the last one to run. I think is the one that had its mandibles stuck in Timmy's neck.
That was actually the same one you hit before.
Oh, fair enough. Well, good.
The last one to run was
Finish
the one
him
that you
off.
initially hit. Yeah, you finish him off. Oh yeah, like I said, if you want to describe it.
Yeah, no, he starts climbing up this. He was climbing up the webbing, towards the mansion. You said, yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, so I just hurl this fireball at his. Is it the thorax? Is that the the ass end of the spider?
Yes, that's the essence of the spider.
And so it hits, and you just see the fire, because spider's all hairy all around. And you just see the flame lick around it like a wreath of flame. And for a moment there, it's like a spider candle. And then it flips over on its back, and legs kick up and curl in. And it's just a singed corpse now of a spider.
Yep.
And that finishes my burning brand.
But it as it finishes your burning brand, it comes at a bit of a price. So when you threw it, and you rolled max damage, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what happened was that the burning brand, as he threw it, it got larger and larger, and because it is indeed still dangerous, it is billowing this black, sooty smoke. Embers are flying off of it. Aurelian and Brother Alman, it flies by you, and the heat is so hot that it actually burns some of your hair away, and it feels like it's going to burn away some of your flesh as well. What would the two of you do?
Huff it up.
I'd scream.
Okay, well, if you tough it up, Aurelian, roll a defy danger using your Constitution.
Oh yeah, I'm about this now. 13.
13?
Yep.
Okay, you're good. Brother Alman,
Can I roll Defy Danger just like if luck had it and had no modifiers?
yeah, go ahead, go for it.
I got 5.
Yeah, mark down a piece of experience as the heat actually singes away not only your flesh, but some of this bed sheet as you know, it's not really reinforced for traveling. Um,
Oh, I'm naked again.
so no, you're not naked, but it does. Have you ever burned paper with a magnifying glass?
So I have.
Okay, that's the look. You know, it doesn't explode into flame, but
Hmm.
it heats up so much that there's a ring of embers that slowly expand, or not slowly, rapidly expand, on your clothing and just leave a red spot of partially burnt flesh.
All right. Now, because he was probably trying to run, would this be on his ass?
Um, Wherever you want.
Yeah, it's on his ass.
Okay.
Permission to chuck my big stick at Second Spider.
Sure. Just not Aurelian, Brother Alman. Just take a d6 of well, he rolled an 8. Just take 4 points of hit points. 4 points of damage. I mean, because it's like half damage. And if you want to try to chuck your stick as some sort of odd,
Just overhand.
yeah, go ahead.
All right. Here's hoping. Is this Dex or Strength?
This would be Dex.
So 8.
8,
Oh, 9.
9. It still comes at a cost, and like I said, poor Alman was in front of you because he barreled 4. So Brother Alman, poor Brother Alman, who just got burnt on. As a matter of fact, this almost at the same moment, you know, he toughed it up because he was getting to ready to throw this stick, and the ball flies, kills one. He's like, "Ugh," he throws the other stick, but Brother Alman, this stick is flying towards you. What do you do as this large tree branch? This large, heavy tree branch starts spinning in your direction.
I'm gonna try to duck.
Okay. Roll a defy danger using your dex.
4.
Oh, roll it. That's another point of experience.
Hey, at least we're leveling so fast.
Aurelian, roll
Man,
your
you're getting
damage.
lots of experience.
Yeah. Yeah, Brother Almond's stacked. Oh, I'm sorry.
What'd you roll for damage?
10.
Okay, you can just...
You just killed me.
No.
Wait,
You're taking half damage. Take half damage, Brother Alman. 5 damage drops you?
Oh no, I got 1.
Okay, you take 5 damage. You take half damage from that.
Oh,
So Brother
God.
Alman gets clocked on the head, and it manages to give even more spin to this large tree branch. And if you want, you can describe how you smash the other with this bit of tree.
Okay, so I go for this kind of overhead, just chucking it. It ends up hitting Brother Almond on the shoulder, which actually just gives it more air. So it just bounces up into the air, spins a couple times, and just impales the thing right through the center. Stakes to the ground.
All right. Poor brother. All right, Brother Alman. I'll give you a choice. You could take the 5 damage, or because you were cracked in the shoulder, take the weak debility, which is debility to strength.
I'm already taking that. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna take the damage.
All right, cool. So he cracks you in the shoulder. It's hurting. You can feel the blood sort of going there. It's like.
I walk by by Aurelian, and I look at him and say, "Nice throw." And I go over to Brother Almond and offer him a hand up, and I hand him a healing potion.
Oh, I have a.
And I lean down.
Wait, where do you have a healing potion?
Oh wait, did I lose all my gear before?
Remember you
got
ran out. Yeah.
Never mind. I just offer him a hand up anyway, and I whisper to him as I do so. This is why I stay in the back.
And I'll go up, and I'm not fully sane anymore after days and days of just straight combat. And I would just clap him on the same shoulder that I just hit, and kind of on the other side give him a healing potion that I have.
All right, but
Just
when
be
you
like,
clap
"I'm
him
drunk."
on the shoulder, Brother Almond,
Takes 1 hit
this
point.
intense pain.
No.
He's just on the ground screaming. I hope these things aren't attracted to sound.
You can defy danger with your constitution.
I have to define danger because he's trying to hug me?
He's clapping you on your recent wound. He's gonna
Okay.
dislocate your
All right.
shoulder.
I don't think this can see this. I just rolled snake eyes.
Are you?
Oh. Oh God. Okay.
Jesus. Just leave me alone, guys.
I'm trying to give you a health potion.
What the hell?
Pour it down my dead throat, maybe.
Poor Brother Almond. So when you
Or
had
just
when you go to
smash
hand
it over his
Brother
head. I
Almond
mean, that's
the healing potion, he just collapses to the ground. And Brother Almond, when you collapse to the ground, of course, you know you're a cleric of Dionysus and everything. So please tell us, how does it look as Brother Almond is met with the black gates of death?
I just after this incredibly excruciating pain, where his body goes limp and his head kind of like throws back, and almost like it's snapping back. His knees buckle out. Like he just sees himself just being engulfed in blackness, and then this huge burst of light, and he's up in a party now, and there's just scantily clad, beautiful people everywhere, just pouring wine, just in fountains of wine, bursting through the air, and just these streams, almost like a Vegas hotel, and one of the water shows, and there's the best bards imaginable just are playing all the tunes you'd want to hear, just again and again, and everyone's dancing.
All right, so because it was incredibly silly, I'm not gonna do the last gasp save for you, but you have what's a near-death experience, as the pain was so intense it brought you to the threshold. So the party fades in blackness, almost like if you're passing out, while you're going to drink and everything. But the world before you fades back in as you see standing above you with maybe concerned looks, maybe not, your compatriots Aurelian, Pyros, and the half-ogre Timmy.
Hi guys. It's not my time yet. I think we got some work to do.
So you're still at 1 hit point, though.
Yeah, and
Can we leave?
after that, I feel like I owe you a drink, and now I'm gonna give him the health potion normally.
Yeah, I'd like to try just to cure wounds on myself.
Okay.
I have it as a rote, but we haven't communed yet, so I don't know if you want that to take effect yet.
Keep it. You remember you communed in before you left the town.
Okay. So yeah, for the level up, I got it as a it's now a rote, and so I still failed. I'm very happy you didn't make me do that. That last gasp. So can we go to that rich guy's house, please?
So
And just get some wine and sleep, and then we'll come back. We'll heal up, and then we'll come and burn this place down.
So it's like the party, Dionysus, just abandon you. As a matter of fact, you can feel that you don't even have healing magics right now. Like you try to heal yourself, you touch yourself, you spit, and your mouth is dry. You can get barely enough saliva.
It's because I'm sober. I can't get anything done like this.
So what are you guys doing? He's like, Timmy is above you. He's like, it's good to see you're okay. And then he turns to start running towards the mansion.
okay.
Drink.
Looks like he just came from the toga party from hell.
All right, yeah, I drink the potion because I guess we're sticking around here.
I want my stick back, and I want to keep the spider on it. No.
It's horrible.
Are we gonna follow Timmy or what?
Yeah.
Let's go.
So how does a healing potion work? Because I know he's drinking it. How much do you actually get back?
It was like a D8, I think.
Yeah, I'm just
I think
looking
it
up
says
right
here.
now.
I think it says here 3d12.
What?
Oh, there you go.
Excellent. Perfect.
3D?
I mean, it's the wrong game, but you know.
Oh, come on.
Don't get my hopes up like that.
I know, right?
Yo, I killed our cleric.
Yes,
bro
you
hug.
did. You killed the cleric. What's wrong with you?
I did 6 points of damage to you.
Heal yourself of 10 damage or remove 1 ability. Your choice.
Oh,
okay.
I will. I am on 11.
Wonderful.
Probably use a few more of those, yeah.
That would be nice. Can you? Any of you guys stop the ogre, or do we have to? Can we just like tackle him down and try to explain to him?
I'm not tackling him.
Okay. Well, I'll follow you guys.
I'd advise you not to either.
Yeah,
That was
while
your
you
luck.
while you were taking the time to guzzle this healing potion down, Timmy, of course, made it to the mansion since it was not far away, and he's kicking in these old, like they're apparently very heavy doors, but since they're so old, he kicks them in fairly easily,
Oh.
and you could just hear the as it lands, and he runs inside.
God damn, that ogre's dumb.
Well, from this point on, I suggest that you stand behind me.
All right, and you just hear Timmy say, "John, Johnny!"
And I'm running, and I'm just Timmy.
Yes. So you run in, and when you get inside there, it looks like there's not much left. There's webbing scattered about everywhere. Where there would be a second floor, there's actually a carpet of webbing. Like it's diffusing the light, but there's almost not even any light rays. It's completely diffusing what's left of the sunlight because there is an entire carpet of webbing above. About 20 feet forward and towards the left, there's the remains of a staircase, a bunch of broken, rotted out wood piled up on the floor as the staircase has fallen apart during the ages. Only a few steps remain intact, going upwards. There is a partially webbed off doorway, a large opening. To the left of you, there's a single rotted out wooden door, and to the right of you, there's 2 wooden doors, approximately 20 feet apart from each other. And Johnny's like screaming out, looking frantically. I mean, Timmy is screaming out, looking around frantically.
I'm going to try to. How much bigger than me is Timmy? Is he like ogre size or?
Yeah. He's not quite as big as a full-blooded ogre, but he is way bigger than you. Not just imagine a basketball star if he had the proportions of a dwarf.
Okay.
Like he's like 7.5 feet tall, but he's got like 20-inch thick limbs everywhere. Like every limb is enormous.
So I'm going to reach up and put a hand on his shoulder and just be like, say, Timmy, you need to take a moment to clear your head. It's like, you can't much help your friend if you die here as well.
So this would be, since he doesn't have any loyalty to you guys, it's unmodified. But this would be like a loyalty roll for hirelings.
Yeah.
So you'd have to roll 2d6 unmodified to see if you can get him to do what you say.
Okay. 7.
Oh, okay, cool. So Timmy does calm down, but he shrugs your hand off. And you could feel like the quick jerk ripples of his muscles as he does so. Mm-hmm. He's tightening his leather gloves, getting ready to fight. Where do we go?
Can I ask for guidance? It's a rote, and partially my deity wants me to save this guy. So if I could ask for him to point the direction, but I don't know if that will work.
Of Johnny.
Yeah.
All right. You don't need to roll or anything, do you?
No.
Okay. The direction is in. You feel that it's towards the direction of the mansion, but it feels beneath you. You know, like you're looking forward towards the mansion, but also like down towards the floor.
All right. Timmy, I think our friend is in the basement.
That means we need to find a way down.
Is there anything obvious going down, or is it all like there's not just a staircase there, right?
Like I said, when you walk in, there's that canopy of webbing that is it is complete. There's no spaces in between. You don't notice anything moving around up there if you were looking, but the sunlight is completely diffused. So instead of rays of light, there's more of like a light glow about the area that you're standing. There's
I
no
would
real.
like to
Yeah.
conjure a weapon of pure flame again.
Go for it.
So that's going to be 8, so I get 1 tag. I'll go, yeah, what the hell, I'll go with Throne again.
So you summon another one of these balls of fire.
Yep,
and
it's dangerous too.
Because it's dangerous, it's much like the one you just had. It's billowing black smoke, and you can see embers of fire flying out and up within this deep, dark, sooty, black smoke.
And I'm kind of bouncing it in my hand, you know, like a pitcher does with a baseball. And I just look for Brother Almond, Aurelian, look at the canopy of webbing, raise an eyebrow.
This might not be very good if Johnny's still alive, but
Hey, don't say that right in front of Timmy.
Oh, okay. So, as you say, don't say that in Timmy. Please describe how Timmy starts to lose his temper and temperament when he says that.
I might try to get Timmy killed now. He just starts pouting like an angry child, but huge and ogre-sized, and just jumping up and down angrily.
You can feel the small little vibrations in the stone flooring as he's doing so. You can see even like the stone beginning to slightly crack under his weight.
So can I cast light to make sure there's nothing in the corners?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it's about a torch. So
We
got like
yeah, the lighting currently isn't all that bad. It's what shadows are there are soft shadows because of the diffused lighting, but you can still cast it if you'd like. Just roll
just
the
to have it.
2d6.
9.
All right, so you cast it.
Is it like neon lights? Party lights?
That's awesome. A disco ball.
Yeah.
Summons a
Very
small
nice
disco
one.
ball in his hand and stuff. All right, cool. So, what's the drawback of that? The minus to casting, the losing of the spell.
Oh, for this one, this is a rote. So I'm not sure if it counts as the same. But,
Well, rotes are spells too, but they don't take up your spell slots.
okay, so, I already have a -1 ongoing. I'm going to draw is revoked by your deity, or I guess draw and welcome attention. Draw and welcome attention would make the most sense.
Okay, so you have this shiny disco ball light that you just summoned, and as you light it up, You don't see it for a second. The rest of you do. Is there's a silhouette above the canopy, and just before you have a chance to do anything, and just in time for poor brother Alman to see, there's a little spike that pierces through the webbing, the canopy of webbing, and it's actually just a little bit of thorax, and it's going to fire a web in your direction.
Aha! I will try to block it with my shield.
Did you say fire?
Okay, so I had a modified 10.
Ooh, all right. So you block it. The shield sizzles for a moment. What stat did you add to that?
Strength.
Was it strength? Okay. So you block it. The shield sizzles for a bit, and you manage to rip the shield free of the webbing. And then the webbing has like a string moving from the canopy, and it's left there as the silhouette is starting to move about above you.
Kill it, please.
Kill it with fire. Coming right up. I'll try to throw the fireball. That's 6 plus 2, so 8.
Sure.
This is going to be fun. I'll roll that damage now on that dangerous fireball that I just succeed with the cost. Oh, that's a shit damage roll. I rolled a 1.
Oh, golly. Golly. Okay, so you rolled a 1, and this fireball is pretty dangerous. You throw it up there, and it does explode. It burns a hole through the webbing, but it's not a very large hole, and as it does so, it explodes in like a puff of smoke. Most of the energy of the fireball dissipated into this dark, sooty, nasty smoke rather than actual fire. So it's actually spreading only smoke as it's smoldering the webs. So the room is starting to fill up with smoke from the ceiling downward.
Smoke 'em out, that's what you said, right?
If it works, it works. So you said the floors were stone, correct?
The floors are stone. The walls are stone. The canopy is,
Web.
It's like 15 feet above you.
Yeah. Well, there are other doors, correct? There was,
there was
2 on
one.
the...
Yeah, 2 on the right, 1 on the left.
I'm gonna make a break for the one on the left.
All right, cool. You make a break for the one on the left. While he's making a break for the one on the left, you can see, being that you just threw your ball of fire, the part of the web that was smoldering, the part of the web that had a hole that you do manage to see a ray of sunlight peering through now, is beginning to be stitched up. And when it is, there's nothing peering through, and only, instead of the webbing, you now only see black smoke.
Nice. Must look really good with that ambient lighting of yours, Brother Alman.
Yeah, that light spell was a good idea. But you run to the door on the left. What do you do once you get there?
Kick it open.
You kick it open. It flies open without much difficulty. Like I said, it's old and it's partially rotted away. You kick it open and you see, just in front of you, a small table and a old bookshelf. The bookshelf has some jugs of something and some old dusty books. But the amount of space, it's more than just a room, but you haven't gone inside of it.
Okay.
So as you hear the
I'm gonna motion for the rest to join.
Yeah. Timmy, at this time, being so much taller than the rest of you, he can feel the effects of the smoke first. You see him trying to duck. He's like, and he's giving Pyros the stink eye.
How tall is Timmy?
Timmy's like 7.5 feet tall.
Damn, it's not enough. It might be if he extended me up above his head, cheerleader style. I say, Timmy, I got a bad idea. I need your help.
He's still looking at you with those deep, ogreish, furrowed eyebrows. What do you want?
I'm going to try to make another hole in that canopy above us, let that smoke out. You're going to have to raise me up over your head. I'm going to stand on your hands.
What? Roll your sort of loyalty. And,
okay.
Since he has no loyalty to you, it's unmodified.
Completely unmodified, huh?
Can I aid? Like, damn it, man! It's the only way we have to live.
Go ahead.
It's our only choice.
Go
Do a
ahead.
handstand with him.
Action.
All right. Well, that's an 8 on the dice.
Your aid can only be a +1, right? Or can it go to a +2?
I think it's
What do you mean?
aid is.
Oh, 8. 8. Sorry, I thought you said my 8.
Oh, I gotta roll for it. So I got a 9. So. Oh, +1.
Yeah, so +1.
But
so,
I expose myself to danger.
Yeah. Danger,
I'm not making this up either.
retribution or cost, and golly, you managed to convince him, right? You rolled a 7 by yourself, or 8 by yourself.
I rolled an 8 on the dice, yeah.
So you get a total of 9, which isn't a 10. But
Okay.
he begrudgingly agrees to lift you up. However, in your making yourself known and being adamant about it, you do happen to get a few deep gulps of this partially burning black smoke, Brother Alman.
Alright, so I got some inhalation going on.
Yep. Which
Don't
I think
worry,
would
Brother
be
Alvin.
would be
Fire
a
cleanses.
Constitution, defy danger.
So I rolled a 4, and I have a -1 in my Constitution.
Golly,
So I got
more
5.
experience, Brother Alman. What is?
He's
You
just
really
on
want
his
to
grind.
level up again, huh?
He's on the grind.
So yeah,
It's the only way we have to live.
we're gonna say that you gain a debility for now, called stunned, which is a debility to your intelligence. So you're just sitting there, coughing up all this smoke. You're actually coughing out smoke right now. And you don't even know why is it so much. Anyone looking at you can see you're obviously coughing out more smoke than you inhaled. But yes,
That's also terrifying, but
Yeah.
But, Timmy will lift Pyros up, and while this debate and debacle is going on in the main room, what does Aurelian do?
Break everything. That bookshelf, I'm tearing it down. Because I know we have to get downstairs. I don't know where downstairs is. I'm going to find a way or I'm going to make a way.
All right, so you go in there, you start tearing down the bookshelf. There's a small table beside the bookshelf. There's another table on the other side of the bookshelf with an old, broken down chair on the ground. There looks to be the remnants of a bed, and there's it's obvious in the room while you're breaking down this bookshelf, and of course the jugs of whatever it was fall to the ground. They shatter. So the rest of you hear, the breaking of wood, the shattering.
It sounds like there's a fight going on.
Yeah, the shattering of glass. You can feel like the splashing of this liquid. You get splashed with some of it yourself. By the way, if you have any damage, heal 1 hit point as you get splashed with this liquid. Um,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and a little bit deeper towards where this destroyed bed is, you see 3 large cocoons of webbing that are obviously large enough to have at least someone like yourself completely encased.
Rip.
So you go to try to rip them open?
Yeah.
All right, so after all this noise and ruckus, you make motion to go to rip and tear at these cocoons. But while you're doing that, Pyros, what are you and Timmy doing right now as he's lifting you up?
So I'm trying to get him to lift me up so I can reach up to this canopy because he said it was 15 feet up.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just a little over 6 feet tall. I probably have, with my reach, I probably have 7.5 foot reach. And then
Yeah, he's got you've got to balance.
he's got to lift me up, and I'm like full extension, you stupid ogre! Come on, reach up! You can do better than that.
All right. So, first, try to do what you're going to try to do, which I don't know what it is.
Well, I'm gonna get up close and just try to fucking set this canopy on fire by holding the goddamn burning ball of flame to it if I have to.
All right. So
I know like I said, I told you it was a bad idea, but
yeah. So you're in now. Several things are happening. So let's take this in stages. First, let's start with you trying to set the canopy ablaze.
Mm-hmm. Just roll, yep.
Yeah,
like an attack roll?
Yeah.
That's a 10.
Okay, cool.
8 plus 2.
So you managed to set this a bit ablaze. Now, what are you doing when you're in this high area that's entirely full of that burning, sooty smoke that was billowing from your last attack?
I'm going to revel in it as I try to continue to spread the fire. I'm going to try to tough it out a bit. I mean, fire is what I do.
Okay, so roll Defy Danger.
And I also, if it's going to do damage to me, I'm going to take it.
Okay.
Because I have a cool little thing that works along with that.
Yeah, I don't know about damage, but go ahead, roll your Defy Danger.
Okay, yeah. Just checking, just to say if it was to avoid damage. I rolled 7. What am I modifying with?
Constitution.
It says 8.
You're toughing it out. All right.
It's
so
8.
You manage to you inhale some. You do manage to cough, right? Now, here's the fun thing. The next roll won't happen because as you're coughing and talking crap to Timmy, he you accidentally slip and fall from about like 10 feet up in the air at Timmy's full extension. So if you would be kind enough to roll me a d6 damage plus 2.
That's 8.
So you take 8 points of damage as you smash on the stone floor from 10 feet in the air.
Oh, you fucking stupid ogre.
And as you fall down, Timmy's like wiping his hands and trying to cover his mouth as he's breathing in. But the canopy does start, there's a small fire that expands and expands and expands. And as it expands, the smoke begins evacuating through the canopy. While that was going on, while you were watching this debacle, Brother Alman, how were you reacting?
I'm just rolling around on the ground, trying to probably avoid having someone fall on me. Trying to get up on my feet. Probably like on hands and knees, just crawling around on the ground.
I mean, the smoke is not that low. The reason that you were coughing was because you were inhaling and it just seemed to come to you.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's see. So, I think I'm gonna stay in the group right now.
You do have this nagging cough that every time you cough, you cough up like black smoke with burning embers inside.
So, did I see Aurelian leave?
Oh yeah,
Up there now.
Aurelian went off to the left, kicked open a door. You heard breaking
Okay,
wood, smashing bottles.
can I kind of like back up so I can see everybody? Kind of like get a look into the door, but still keeping my eyes out.
Well, you can look into the door that was kicked in, but you no longer see Aurelian.
All right. So I'm gonna let Pyros know this.
All right. So after being told Aurelian is missing, Aurelian, you walked up to these 3 cocoons. You said you wanted to tear them open. How are you trying to tear them open?
Like a man.
Like a man?
Yeah, it sounds cool doing it.
So yeah, roll something.
I will. Can I bend bars and lift gates?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is an 8, which means that I can pick 2 of my features, and I will do that. It doesn't take long, and nothing of value is damaged.
Wow. Okay. So nothing of value is damaged. You rip this thing open, and there's like a small torrent of liquid, of very viscous liquid. It's sort of green and purple and red, and a humanoid form that falls on top of you, and you could hear it struggling for breath, gurgling water as it is trying to breathe. Its arms wrap around you a bit, and it's you can feel it struggling to lift its own hands while it's falling on you, but you can't tell like what race or species of humanoid this happens to be, because it just happened. It's covered in this viscous liquid as well. You just feel like it has like a lot of like I don't even know how to describe it. You know when you don't shave and you get those short, stubby, prickly hairs?
Yeah.
You feel that like against your chest, because again your armor was broke off, and a lot of your clothing is ripped up as well.
I'm just going to. How loud do I need to be? At loud. Be like, Allman, we've got someone, and call for the medic. I don't know.
All right. Can I hear it?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going. He's running in there to help.
So with once you hear that, are you doing anything further, Pyros?
Okay, well, the smoke is escaping the room. I guess that's helping. I'm just giving the ogre a scorching glance, and then I'll walk after Brother Almond.
All right. So everyone goes to into the room one by one. Timmy is looking around. The front doors were large and glorious, but this door is a bit too small to fit him. So he's
That's
just
fine,
waiting.
Timmy. You stand out here and watch out for spiders.
He starts cracking his knuckles.
Dumbass.
Yeah. So the figure that fell upon you, the rest of your allies are coming in now. All of you can see this. It's covered in, of course, like I said, like this viscous black and purple, just weird liquid. The smell is quite atrocious. It's acidy. It's acrid. It smells like old regurgitated food. It's you're washed over with this as you draw closer to this figure. With this figure on you, Aurelian, what do you do?
There was a bed that I kind of flipped, right?
Well, the bed wasn't flipped. The bed was already old and destroyed. There was no mattress. The wood was rotted out. There was some stones that had apparently fallen on it.
Well, once I see Brother Allman approaching, I'm going to kind of more gently than I've done anything in the past couple days, put it down and try to open the other two, because if there's more living people around here,
All right, you put it down.
and get a good look at it, because you said I had that weird feeling of prickliness everywhere. Like I
Yeah.
want to be like, what?
As you guys look at it, you can see that this is a very, very gaunt figure. It looks like, it must have been deprived from food for God knows how long. You can see all of its rib cages, just peering through every last bone. Its hip. The figure is actually completely naked. But the head, unless you're into males, it's a male. So the head is really odd and really weird. It looks almost elven, but there's 3 eyes on one side, 2 eyes on the other. The ears are, pointy, as you would expect an elf's ears to be. The hair is long and, stuck to the flesh because of the liquid is, so viscous and thick. The lower part of the jaw, the nose is short, especially for an elf, and the lower part of the jaw is separated on the bottom, and you can see it just struggling
Separated
for air.
like mandibles.
Yeah, you could say that. And the body, you don't notice too much about the body, but you being so close, it does look like there's, like 1,000 spikes, black spikes peering through the liquid that's covering.
They're turning them into spiders.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming, but I'm going to still attempt to try to get these others open, because helping people, things, whatever. I don't know.
I'm gonna start. You said there's like a busted up bed, busted up bookcase in here and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, the bookcase is destroyed.
I wrecked that.
There's liquid on the floor, broken.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna start.
Thick broken glass on the floor.
I'm gonna start piling up all the wood that I can find in the middle of the room.
Okay. And do your I forget what that move was called when you tore open.
Oh, they bend bars.
Yeah, bend bars,
Okay.
lift gates.
Let me roll. Am I rolling twice? Because there's 2.
Roll independently. Roll once for first.
So this one is going to be a 9. So I can pick 2 options, and I'll choose the same 2. Doesn't take too long. Anything valuable.
The second one opens up much like the first. There's a splash, a torrent of this vile liquid, the smells, the partially digested food smell, the stink, and yet another figure falls out onto you. Again, you get that sensation of prickling on your chest while it's leaning on you. You hear it struggling for breath. And as it's doing so, this one seems to have a little bit more. It's trying to, you get the sense that it's trying to pull away from you, but it really is just very, very weak.
Yeah.
So if that one's moving around, can I go up and try to soothe it and just gently hold his hands? Being we're people and we're here for you. We're gonna take you out. You're gonna be safe. Just try to calmly try to talk to him. You're gonna wake up and you're gonna be scared.
We are.
I don't know. I'm just saying it.
So Brother Almond is doing the priestly thing. Pyros is gathering wood for a pyre.
To burn them alive.
And you go to do your priestly thing, and you hear, coming from the next room towards the door, a scream from Timmy, and you just hear, "Oh!"
God damn it, Timmy. Go see what the hell's wrong with him. He's probably being attacked by spiders.
I have a fantastic party waiting for me on the other side, so I'm going with you.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna try to put this thing down soft but quickly. Just lay down and try to help as well.
So you go, the three of you leave, and you can see Timmy being drug off, and he's trying, he's grabbing at the stone. Some of the slabs are actually, he's managing to pull up some of the shattered pieces of slabbing. You can see that this that he's being drug off with, this webbing is burning through him pretty fiercely. You can smell that smell of burnt flesh in the air, mixed with the old smell of the thick smoke. And the figure looks almost humanoid. That's dragging him in the distance.
Oh, well, gee, I got something for him, maybe. And I have no regard for Timmy's safety when I throw this fireball. I don't really give a shit, but...
Okay.
That is a 12. It's 10 plus 2.
Nice.
Do you want to roll damage then? I rolled a 3.
Okay, you rolled a 3. You throw now. The figure you see is through the larger doors. Well, they're not doors. The larger doorway, the archway, in the distance. And because the lighting is very diffused, you're getting like a light sort of silhouette. And as you throw your fireball towards it, it's lighting it up slightly further. And you see almost like the figure is actually black, like the entire figure is black, and has like this long flowing white hair coming from its head, but it waves a hand, and your fire just sort of winks out right before it hits it, and then it goes to start pulling the ogre. It's still pulling the ogre, and now it's walking backwards as it's doing so.
Magic
Son
doesn't
of a
work.
bitch.
Maybe muscle does. I'm gonna just run down. I'm gonna run past Timmy. Man, this thing needs to die. And strike at it with my halberd.
So you
I'm gonna
whip your
regret this.
halberd out and charge at this thing.
Yeah,
Go for it.
I am gonna regret this.
All right.
Or not, because that is a... You add your strength to hit, so 10.
Yeah. A 10. Now you could attack recklessly if you like, which means there's a slight negative effect, but you do get to add a d6 to your damage roll.
Oh, I'm reckless as hell.
All right.
So for the damage, that's not bad. 10 and... or 6... Not yet, 10, and I ignore 2 armor.
Ooh, and you ignore 2 armor?
Yeah.
Golly, you hit this thing pretty hard with your halberd. So you hit this thing. What's the tags on your halberd, by the way?
Reach, serrated edges, which adds 1 damage. Sharp, which adds the 2 piercing, and I have precise. And I had ornate, but I was actually going to ask, since thematically I've been dealing with all this acid and all that crazy stuff now.
Well, it'd still be ornate, but it'd be fucked up.
Well, because there's also the savage tag, so it's like actually messed up.
Ooh, okay.
Good idea.
But yeah, you grab away. You're reckless. You pierce through this thing, and it actually reaches out because of the serrated edges. Score against the creature. You feel that you're actually cutting through armor as you're doing so, and you could just hear like the clattering of thousands of little legs coming from the creature, and the cracking and cutting and the destruction of armor as it goes across its arm, up its shoulder, and it actually reaches out, and it doesn't deal any damage to you, but it manages to get you off balance and snatch your halberd away.
It's all good.
All right, and with that, let's see what Brother Alman wanted to do.
All right. So just kind of like to run up to raise the shield and bring it down on the web that Timmy was getting dragged away on.
Okay.
the strand and just kind of chop that off. So can I just do an attack?
Yeah, sure.
10.
No need to roll damage. You'll you know, slice through that web pretty easily. And with that, the figure twirls around, like it lets go of the web it was pulling. It twirls around. It's bleeding all over the place. When you see its blood, there's smoke coming from where the blood lands, and it's twirling about your halberd as if it trained with your weapon for decades. And while it's doing it, it's swirling further back. Or
like
any of you
away?
doing anything away from you? It's
Oh,
still going
yeah.
away.
Oh yeah, I am 100% going to. Alright, he's twirling around my weapon. That's my weapon.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to intercept this twirl, like step in with my body, and like on here catch the haft, or the shaft. I don't know, whatever. Catch the
You're right,
shaft,
haft,
yeah, and spin it around myself into a swing.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to like step in, break its grip, and follow with the spin around my body.
All right. So I'm gonna say that's defy danger, with either
Okay.
strength or intelligence.
All of the above.
You can't add both of them,
No,
man.
I know. With my strength, that is an 11.
An 11. All right. So you managed.
6 and a 3 with a plus.
All right. Cool. So you managed to get your weapon back. You stop it. It reels back in a bit of pain because you did slice it through its arm. But now that you're so close to it, you can see that its entire body looks to be chitinous plating, with covered in short but thick fur. Its face has you can't even count how many eyes. It's decorated with a cluster of eyes on either side of its face. It doesn't have a nose, and it has a mouth, but as it's like, it opens its mouth, its jaw separates, and you can see like motion inside that looks like almost legs, and of course it's long flowing white hair.
Wow. Pyros.
And of course the pointy ears.
Pyros is going to, surprise, surprise, conjure a weapon of flame again
Okay.
and charge towards this thing like an idiot. This time I'm going to try, well, let's see what I roll first. Oops, crap. Let's die on the floor. Alright, I'll just roll this one twice for the meantime. Alright, that's a 7. So, I think I still got one tag, right?
I think so.
Okay, this time the tag I'm taking is +1 damage. As the weapon this time is going to look like a big bastard sword of flame.
And the bastard sword of flame is billowing that black, thick, sooty smoke with those embers rising from within the smoke as well.
Oh yeah, and I'm going right at this thing.
All right, as you go, as you're charging at this thing, it actually, like, as the weapon was intercepted, using the motion, it sort of twirls and kicks at Aurelian, trying to kick Aurelian square in the chest. Its toes, not toes, but 5 little claws. They look like serrated hooks coming towards your chest. What does Aurelian do in response?
I'm gonna let it hit me, like just square in the chest. I'm attempting to try to, okay. I'm gonna let it hit me square in the chest, and step forward with one foot onto its other foot. So I'm gonna try to like hold it in place, like one hand. My weapon is practically useless because it's 2 hands, and like just pin it there. Because I see him running up with a sword made of fire.
All right.
I mean, I will take the damage.
Yeah. If you roll like a defy danger with your strength, we'll call them pinned.
Okay.
But you'll just take the damage.
Yeah, because that works better. Pinned. I'm down with that. Let's go.
Yeah, if you roll low, it might be bad. Okay. Yeah, it's a bad thing, isn't it?
No.
I see. What would you roll?
A 5 and a 4 plus 2.
All right. So it's pinned. Now roll me a d10
Okay.
with 1 piercing.
Yeah. So I take 3.
So you take 3?
According to that, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to bless Kairos if I
I
can.
may need a moment. There's a fire truck that just pulled up in front of my house.
What?
Well, please get out of the building if it's on fire.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I didn't do it this time.
Yeah, I blame you. Ill omens.
It's that deep immersive roleplay coming from Ian. It's actually affecting reality now.
It's probably just a kitten in a tree.
That's what it is. That's what Fantastic Dimension stands for, right? He's so fantastic, his characters transcend dimension.
There you go.
Oh,
I'll go
no.
ahead and take
Fantastic Dimensions, FD, Fire Department.
I'll be right back.
All right, so yeah, let's take a few.
Yeah, I'll be back. I need to see what is happening.
Right. If you don't come back, we'll assume your house is on fire and that you have evacuated the building.
Which sucks, but yeah, it's probably something simple.
Well, I don't hear any blaring sirens, so...
Okay, fine, it's kitness, whatever.
Who's saying?
He's hurt my feelings, I'm gonna cry.
I always used to say chitness, too.
Yeah.
But it is chitinous.
Dash on it. I mean, I attempt to run 4 games a week while playing in a campaign and other come-up games and writing a system and hacking a system and doing settings and maps. But no, I'm taken down by chitin. Yes. I'm just being silly. I hope everything's alright, though.
Yeah.
I'm actually good. Like, I don't got a bio. I don't need to get my sugar up, and I got my water right here. Let's give him 5 minutes. And pray that he's, alive.
Yeah, usually if you see the fire truck coming, though, that's a good sign.
Well, yeah, I mean, if there was a fire in your house, I wouldn't suspect, even if the fire alarms didn't go off, you'd probably smell the smoke or, like, feel the heat.
You're running a good game, so maybe he's just so into it.
He thought he was getting immersed with pyros burning everything. Golly. You guys are probably the best group that I've run through this adventure so far because, like, you've burned down part of a tavern, you ran around naked, you basically kidnapped Constable Harrison, you kind of tortured him as well. Like, wow.
All in a day's work,
Yeah.
That dock workers union, man, they don't fuck around.
No, they don't. They do not. Oh yeah, and then you guys were talking about leaving the Union.
It's old 2-bit. 2-time, I know.
Yeah. He's gonna have a spy. It's gonna hear you. You know what? I'm not gonna say nothing because poor brother Alman.
He's had a rough time, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's kind of like right now. He's like that homeless dog that's like eating the trash, but you feel so bad. You kind of just let him eat the trash.
You know what it is? You know why brother Alman is? What's up, man? Everything
Uh,
cool?
Yeah, it's my neighbors across the way. I may be going in and out of mute because just a moment ago when I stepped outside, I also heard police sirens. So if they leave those on
Yeah.
while they're pulling up, but I'm
Legit. Brother Alman is a cleric of Dionysus, which is about drinking and partying and all that. Now the reason that is because I guess karma has it that they need to do that drinking and partying to make up for all the crap they have to go through in any other venue.
There you go.
Okay, so moving right along, these serrated hook-like toes, bury themselves into Aurelian's chest, and he holds them there and keeps them there. This creature is pinned. Brother Alman begins saying a prayer, and
And I got a 11 minus 1, so I got a 10.
you got a 10. That's still good.
So you are blessed.
What does that do now to me?
Plus 1 ongoing, I believe.
Okay.
Yep. And I
Cool.
have -2 to my spells.
So, describe like what you do, but at the same time, as you're speaking your prayers and doing what you're doing, that black smoke is hawking up from your throat.
So he's just coughing, and he's doing his pantomime dance because he doesn't have any wine left. And he's also incredibly grossed out by this creature, so he's also kind of like tiptoeing around and away from it. And he's throwing and he's spitting the mock wine at you. It still works. And you feel the sense of power in your muscles.
All right. I feel like Pyrrhus the Barbarian. So, on that note, I've got this big old bastard sword of flame. I see a pinned opponent. Does that give me any kind of a bonus to attack him since he's pinned?
Yeah, take a +1.
Okay, +1 from the bless. Here we go. Now, let's see. That's a 7 on the die, +1 for the bless, +1 for him being pinned, and +2 for my intelligence. That brings up to an 11.
So yeah, yep, you do the damn thing.
And that's a 6 +1 on the damage. That's 7.
Okay, 7. Let me
+1 damage because of the tag I added to the dangerous flaming
So
sword.
that's 7. Yeah, so you can describe how you just burned through this thing.
Okay, so I come, since Aurelia has it kind of pinned to him, I want to try to kind of run almost past a little bit and turn and swing as I pass the creature, because I'm trying not to cut Aurelian in half in the process. And the sword just kind of cuts right through the chitinous armor of this thing, like a hot flaming bastard sword through butter. And I would kind of imagine this thing has like a greenish, ichorish kind of blood, if it's insect-like.
It is a mixture of green and red.
Nice. So that comes spraying out the back of it as I slice right through it. Now, having said that, I know it is dangerous, so I don't know if there's any other problems.
There's a few things that are going to go on. Well, while you cut through this, the heat and the burning from your sword is so much that you do manage to cauterize it as you're cutting it. However, there's a problem with the blood that did squirt out and the danger of your blade. Aurelian, as this smoke, it is billowing forward, uh, following through with Pyros's swing. It's coming right towards you. This large, dark, hot, sooty smoke that you can't even see through. You can only see the sparks of embers as they follow this smoke, and then penetrating the smoke, flying right towards your face, is this red and black, red and green. Sorry, blood. What do you do?
Uh, Well, how close is the blade to me? I mean, I doubt I'd be panicking about it, but do I see this thing being like cut in half practically?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it go and try to back up. Like I see that it's pretty much dead now, so I'm gonna throw it off of me and like step back.
All right. So now, what are you doing about this move? Stepping back, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to step out of the way of this splash. Like,
Because there's the smoke and the splash. Roll a defy danger. Let's say because it's two things that you'll get a -1.
yeah.
And it's probably going to be your dexterity because you're moving.
Yep. So straight die roll. 5. There we go.
Yep, you get a point of experience.
Yeah.
Okay. Take a d6 of damage. No, a d4 of damage.
Okay.
And that's the damage from the blood that actually hits you.
All
It
right.
starts to steam away, and it's that familiar burn, much like the webbing. And also take the weak debility as you inhale a bit of this smoke, and then you start coughing up. And when the smoke dissipates from the area, it doesn't dissipate from your lungs. You're actually coughing up more smoke than you inhaled, very much like Brother Alman.
Okay. So what does that ability do?
It's a -1 to strength.
Okay.
And you manage to cut this thing in half. Its torso goes flying in one direction. The legs sort of fall a little bit towards Aurelian as he's trying to get away from everything that's going on. Let's see, who's in the back? Would it be Aurelian or? Because I don't think Brother Alman ever crossed that threshold of the archway, right?
No.
All right, so it would be Aurelian. Aurelian, as you're going back and you're starting to cough up this smoke, Pyros, you notice that towards the opposite side, right behind Aurelian, up the wall, there's not so much of a canopy on this area. You see two large spiders, and they turn to fire their webbing towards Aurelian. So there's two large streams of these thick webs flying in your direction, Aurelian.
Okay. So I imagine that I would kind of be doubling over and coughing and not really be able to really dodge the webbing as I'm doubled over. It's behind me. I will attempt to stand my ground though, because I've seen them.
Aurelian, look out!
Yeah. So I've seen them try to drag people away. So I'm gonna stick the end part of my glaive into the ground and just try to hold firm, not get dragged.
Could not get dragged, but you're gonna take the damage.
The way this is working in my head, I don't have an option.
All right. So roll 2d6 for damage.
And those are from separate sources, correct? Or is
Weapon?
that? Is it? Those are two separate sources, or
Those
just?
are two separate sources.
Okay, I was asking because I have the 1 armor, so I'm reducing each roll by 1.
Not a problem.
Okay, so I'm taking 3 damage.
3 damage. All right. So you feel that old familiar sizzle And then roll a defy danger using your strength, because that's them trying to pull you away.
That one's an 11, even with the
Yes.
-1.
So you're standing quite firm. Pyros, you know, what do you do, Brother Almond? You don't actually see. Actually, you would see this through the archway. You know, your buddy, this warrior of elven blood that's been haggard and fighting here for days alone is again covered in webbing and fighting his way to stand his place. Pyros, you actually see what's webbed him, and these creatures look like they're trying to pull up and climb up as they're trying to get away with your elven-blooded buddy.
Pyros, can you cut that? Hopefully. And I'll go in for a heal. Or you try to fireball him.
Oh shit! Hang on.
You there? Uh-oh. If you're talking, Ian.
Hang on. Yeah, sorry, no, my internet is trying to switch sources or something here. It's fucking up on me. Hear me?
I heard that, yeah. But your internet
okay.
bugging out.
How about now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that, man. My fucking Wi-Fi's freaking out. So sorry. What I asked was, can I get to the spiders or no?
The spiders are up on the wall. They're towards the top of the wall.
Okay, so I can't reach that. So yeah, then I'll try to cut the webbing.
Okay, so just roll your hack and slash. Or for you, it'll be with your intelligence. So.
Yep. That's gonna be, and I'm still blessed, right? So that still counts.
Yeah, you still get the +1. You're blessed.
So that makes a 7. No, wait, sorry, I did add my. Sorry, it makes an 8.
An 8? That's not a problem. No need to roll for damage. You cut through the webbing, and as you cut through the webbing, you're hearing again the sound of thousands of little legs crawling, almost like an entire horde of creepy crawlies that are just, it's just noisy. You hear it coming from the spiders that are cresting the wall, and you also notice you hear it from the torso of the humanoid creature you just cut in half. And as you're doing that, maybe Brother Almond can see, I'm not sure, but definitely Aurelian. You stood your ground, you were staying there, you're coughing up this smoke, and you can see the creature actually force its way around. It grabs its head. Its countless eyes begin to widen, and they start glowing. As it's doing so, you can see blood trickling, the green and the red trickling out of its mouth, as you see all those little legs and claws from within its mouth scurry about, scraping and scratching against each other, creating this chattering sound. And would the both of you, since you're both in the room, well, tell me what the both of you are trying to do.
I'm gonna shut it up, but I'm also still trying to hold my ground. No, wait, the webs just got cut, correct?
Yeah, the web just got cut. You
Okay.
still have the web on you, burning away at your flesh.
Yeah,
But you're not tethered.
I am used to the smell of my own burning flesh at this point. I'm gonna shut it up. Halberd.
All right, so
straight down the set.
you go to halberd it. What is Pyrios in the motion of doing?
Well, I'm torn here.
Okay, well while you think of that, I'll describe the rest of the scene.
Go ahead.
Since Aurelian can actually see that the eyes are widening and beginning to glow, when you turn around, let's handle those webs. Please roll the 2d6 from the two separate sources of the webs burning away your flesh. 2 total damage. Wow. So that happens to you. You're walking up, and you can feel your eyes begin to vibrate. Your head is starting to hurt, and blood is starting to seep through your nose. Are you going to continue this attack?
Well, how close am I to it?
You can bring your halberd down to bear on the creature. Again, Pyros, the same thing is happening to you. You can feel your eyes vibrating. Your head is in excruciating pain, and blood is starting to pour out of your nose.
Yeah, I'm doing it from the farthest possible range that I can, because I do have reach.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna.
No, like I said, you could just bring it down.
Yeah.
I know what I need to do here.
Okay.
I think so, anyway.
So what's Pyros doing?
I presume that fire at the canopy is it still going or no?
Yeah, it's probably still going.
All right, then
As far as
I'm
you
going
know.
to use. Well, okay. If I can't see it, then I need to start a new one.
Yeah.
Because I want to use my what's that ability called? Zuko something or other. Zuko style to bend flame to my will.
Okay.
So I have to roll my wisdom. Would bless still apply to that, or does it only apply to attack rolls?
It's +1 ongoing. Does it stipulate that it's only
Cool.
attack rolls?
It's
Yep.
just
So it's +1 to everything for the rest of the combat.
All right, that's an 11 then.
Okay.
So the flame will do as I command, taking shape and movement I desire for as long as it has fuel on which to burn. So I want it to start spreading all over the webbing, everything flammable.
Do you cross that archway, that threshold into the next room where you can see your flames and do your Zuko style, or are you trying to bend some other flame?
No, I'll cross the threshold. Or I'll try to anyway, and see what
Alright.
the hell horrible thing happens to me.
Cool. You do your Zuko style. You're like, ah! And you know that canopy, though it was burning away slowly, it now explodes into a much larger fire, and it's burning away twice as fast. But as you're doing so, again, like I said, your head is in excruciating pain. Your eyes are now beginning to water. You can barely keep your eyes open. Your hands are starting to shake with this pain. And before we resolve that, the same thing is happening to Aurelian, but Aurelian is trying to bring his halberd down to bear. Okay, so roll that. You can get a +1 because there's absolutely no way, he's not. As a matter of fact, you can just roll your damage if you want.
Yeah. Okay. That will be a 8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're
2 armor.
you're bringing your halberd down to bear on this thing. All it is now is just the upper torso that's left, and you do manage to crack down into its armor, square in the torso, in the head, wherever you want to place it. But it falls limp afterwards. Now, with all the headaches, the nosebleeds, the tearing, the shaking in your hands, it abruptly stops when this creature falls limp. However, while it was happening, would each of you roll a d10 damage, and it completely ignores all armor.
I take 7.
D10. Holy crap.
All right.
Hold on, let's see here. Hey, I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 10.
Ooh, no, actually, you were outside already, right?
I did
Sure.
step outside.
You
Oh, wow.
stepped outside, but you were there when it was happening.
Yeah. I was still suffering.
So it's kind of like that one you rolled was that the effects were diminished once you exited the range.
Whew.
But your buddy Aurelian over there, he took the 8 points of damage. You have a severe migraine. The bleeding has stopped from your nose. The shaking of your body has stopped. Um, and when that happens, the two creatures that were chattering as well from the threshold, they just turn around and walk out of sight over the ruined walls of this mansion.
Oh.
Burn it. Burn it to the ground.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
about to
man.
say,
That's why I was spreading the fires. I'm gonna
Keep
burn
spreading.
everything.
may I attempt to like discern realities? Was this kind of like the brood mother or something? That we just like I want to figure out what the heck just happened.
Sure, you can do a discern realities roll.
What does that add? I mean, it's either
discern realities, I believe, is wisdom. Give me a minute to check. Yep, it is plus wisdom.
okay, cool. So I got a 2.
You can mark down a point of experience as you know, mark down a point of experience and take a point of damage as you're straining your already strained brain. You know, your nosebleed actually starts up again.
Yeah, don't think too hard, William. That shit can kill you.
Apparently.
We're all dying. Burn it to the ground.
Oh, I am burning it to the ground. I advise that you leave the building now.
Oh yeah, that was.
Run!
I'm doing this on the way out, trying to figure out what just happened, but I'm leaving.
You know
Dimensions command you to flee.
Where's
You know
Timmy?
those three bodies that we left laying in the other room? Yeah, I'm burning them too.
It was only 2, because only 2 of them were opened.
Oh, sorry, 2. Well, that's okay. And the closed one. I'm burning everything.
No.
Anything that will burn will burn.
Are there any bottles of wine left over?
Nobody searched.
Is where's
Ryan, can I search?
Well, there is an old dilapidated table in this room. It's a long one of those long dining room tables. But it's sort of off to one side. It's tipped over. It's rotten. You know, the shape of the room is a little off. It looks like if there's a wall that goes halfway. It may be a storage area. It may not. There's old, like, it looks like doors belonged there, but now there's just like an open space, a wall, leading to what must have been the backyard. To the left, there is another archway on the wall, and then a few feet from the archway behind it, you just see more wall.
Alright, I'm gonna go to that table. Keep burning! I'm gonna go get for wine! And
He says table. Is the table flammable?
The table is wood,
Burn it.
and it's old, rotted out wood. I mean,
after I get the wine.
the rotten wood, the rotten wood doesn't burst into flames because, you know, it's got like the little moss inside, that sort of crud. It's not dried out wood.
Yeah.
It's rotten.
It's gonna smoke and
Yeah.
spit like a mofo. Okay. I'll slowly start spreading the flame towards it as he runs over to grab the wine.
And I guess if we do have a moment, I'm not going to actually check the rooms or anything. I'm just going to kick open doors and look inside the last 2 doors.
The last 2 doors in the main hall.
Yeah.
When you go down in the first one, it looks like a smaller bedroom. You know, there's an old bed. There's an end table in the room. There looks to be this old tarnished sconce, and there's another cocoon in the corner.
Is this one
Burn
moving
it.
a little bit more?
Well, wait, what?
Is this one moving more?
Indeed it is.
I'm gonna try to. I don't know if I'm actually gonna try to open it. I'm just gonna take it with me. I don't think I have that much time in here before this place gets burned down. So I'm just gonna grab it and kick open the other door, quick scope, and leave.
All right, what are you doing while Timmy is trying to figure out what you're doing as you're kicking these doors open? Because he's too big to fit into these doors.
Yeah,
Like, he's trying to follow you, searching for his friend Johnny. He's pestering you. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna hand him this one and be like, "Hey, this one's more lively. It's probably Johnny, but get out because this place is about to burn down." So carry this outside, and I will handle it.
Yeah, he carries it and just starts running off, and he's trying to pick at the webs, try to pull it open.
Stop it. Don't. You might hurt him. Let me do it. I'm good at this, apparently.
So he runs out. He runs through the main doorway. The fire of the canopy of webs above you in this main section is just growing and growing. And now it's obviously brightly lit as this entire thing is starting to burn away.
Yeah.
Brother Alman, you run up to the table looking for wine, but there is nothing but muck that you can see. You know, maybe it was old food that rotted away over the ages. Broken ceramics, some old tarnished tins, and whatnot. What do you do at this point? Now you can see through the archway. It's much brighter there than here, but you know it's oranges, yellows.
All right. Well, if there's no wine, I'll go try to find Aurelian. See what he's on the other side. Stay together.
All right. So you meet back up in the main entrance. Aurelian kicks open the second door on the what would be the left-hand side for him now as you're exiting. This room is another small room, though it looks slightly larger than the first one. It is not a bedroom. It looks like it is dedicated just to be a study. There is another bookshelf. There is some old dusty, containers, jugs in there. There's some old books. There's a larger, what looks to be like a draft table. And a few dried out inkwells, some old quills, and a bit of webbing scattered about. But there is no. If you're looking for more cocoons at the moment, there is none in this room.
Hmm. I'm trying to figure out about how much of this place is now on fire.
Right now, that canopy is ablaze. It's sort of like raining bits of fire as the canopy is burning away, and it's starting to die out as larger and larger holes are opening because there's no more fuel, there's no more webbing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's burning. It's burning pretty nicely.
It's time to evacuate.
Yeah. With nothing immediately catching my eye in here, let's go.
Pyros, don't stay in the fire. You have to leave too. He's gonna say.
Yeah, I guess.
So you guys exit the mansion. You can see the burning of the smoke coming up on top, and as you're walking away, you do see two large spiders at the crest of the wall, and they don't do anything. Oh wow, he just dropped. That sucks. They don't do anything towards you. They don't fire any webs or anything at you, but you do get the sense that they're watching you run away. And all they do is that they turn around and climb the other side of the wall back into the mansion, and shortly after, there's no more smoke coming from it. And I think we'll call it there.
Those fuckers extinguished my fire. I'm tempted to go back.
So, yep, that's another installation of Wicked Pearl's Mansion. It's something that I wrote a while ago for a setting that I made a while ago. I've run that game like about a half dozen times. Once online, they didn't even get nearly as far as you guys did. And I've run it in conventions a bunch as well.
Cool.
So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope everyone watching enjoyed it. Enjoyed DungeonWorld, because I find DungeonWorld to be freaking amazing. And unfortunately, since we're sans one person, this is going to be really short. But going from my left to my right, introduce yourself and any online endeavors which you are endeavoring. Dante.
All right. So my name's Dante. Also go by the name Craft Wondrous Adventures here on YouTube. You can follow me on Facebook, and Twitter is CWA Crafter. I upload a lot of role-playing game content. Currently, I'm going through Fragged Empire. It's a new sci-fi RPG. It's pretty awesome. Check it out.
And Ian.
Yeah, I'm Ian Christensen on Facebook. My YouTube channel here is Fantastic Dimensions. I do a lot of actual play videos. It's kind of my thing on my channel anyway. I'm currently doing lots of Lamentations of the Flame Princess and working on Mythorogue as well. I generally do a lot of like sci-fi and horror, sometimes sci-fi horror or fantasy horror, weird fantasy horror, lots of horror. Lots of terrible things happen over on my channel, so go check them out. And yeah, and I also want to give a plug out to the Tabletop RPG One Shot group on Facebook. It's a fantastic group, a great place to find games and find gamers. So check it out if you're not already in it.
That's the Tabletop RPG One Shot group on Facebook. Yep. So of course, if you don't already know, my name is Nelson. This is going to be the end of the trilogies I'm running in January. In February, I hope to start running another trilogy or maybe quintilogy, whatever, using Uncharted Worlds, which is sort of a sci-fi version. It's a cross between DungeonWorld and Traveler. So I hope to do a bit of that in February, as well as I've been working on a Saturday morning cartoon hack of D&D. So possibly by February, I'll be ready for maybe late alpha beta testing on some of the rules. So stay tuned and we'll see what's up. Yeah, unfortunately, our man Phil dropped right before we ended. But sometimes that happens when you're playing online. So until we see you, ladies and gents, next time. Peace. So yeah.